What brand are you loyal to and why? Fisher-Price. I bought a baby swing at a second-hand market. It was about 5 years old, but it still worked great. Only, when we set it up at home, I discovered it was missing the waist straps that form part of the harness. On a whim, I called up Fisher-Price and asked if there was some way to order the straps. The customer service person looked up the serial number of the swing and immediately sent me a new set of straps free of charge. When I asked why they were sending me new straps, even though I had been honest and told them I had gotten the swing second-hand, I was told that Fisher-Price is dedicated to the safety of babies and children and that they will always back up their products, no matter how old they are or how they were bought. It may be an image thing or a liability thing, but I was honestly blown away by the level of customer service they offered. Dude, Fisher-Price stuff lasts fucking forever too. We have Fisher-Price Little People toys that are like 30+ years old at this point and have been used by every single generation in our family. It's not a brand per se, but there is a tire place in my hometown called Just Tires who I will forever sing the praises of. My mom has those expensive low-profile tires. She went there once wanting to buy 2, then come back next payday and buy the next 2 because she couldn't afford to buy all 4. Now the owner sees her tires and they are bad. He says he cannot in good conscience let my mom drive on bad tires and let's get pay for 2 but take all 4, trusting her to come back and pay for both. Which she did. Fast forward a month and it's my turn to get tires and he gives me a quote for his cheapest brand. He finds out that he missed the sale of the cheap brand and didn't have more, puts the good tires on my car and sells them to me for the price he originally told me I'd pay. I'm always going to go there for new tires. Discount Tires Forever has my business. I limped in 20 minutes after closing on a Sunday with a shredded tire and they took care of it. It didn't take long, but I'm forever loyal to a company that encourages that kind of service and kindness. Stihl. My dad once bought a commercial Stihl weed eater for use around his property. It's a 2-cycle engine, so it takes gas mixed with oil. Dad did not know this. He ran it on straight gas until it locked up. The Stihl technician who fixed it told him it would either last a week or a lifetime, no telling. That was 30 years ago and it still runs great. All the outdoor stuff I buy is Stihl. We can't really take the opinion on a product made 30 years ago versus the product you might buy on a shelf today. Case in point, Craftsman tools. Just want to make this clear, does anyone have any recent stories on the quality of Stihl? I have used their weed eaters on state parks and they were solid and hope they still make them like that. I'm a small engine mechanic. Stihl makes fantastic products. Top of the line in many outdoor power equipment categories. They put so much engineering and testing into their products. Definitely the best chainsaws, plus they invented them. Stihl and Honda are the brands to beat. Pilot G2 pens. Black, 0.38 mm. They're just perfect pens. Smooth, feel good in the hand. Love the pocket clip that I fidget with in meetings. If I had one recommendation, it'd be to make that clip stronger, as I break them on pretty much all my pens. This is the real reason I stick with them. I've tried other ballpoint pens I really like to write with, but they're the ones with caps that are weighted unevenly regardless of which side the cap is on, if it's on at all. G2 pens have the perfect weight distribution. Patagonia. I ripped a pair of long johns after 5 years of wearing them, so I sent them in. Patagonia no longer made that style of capilline anymore, so instead of sending me a new pair they sent me my money back. I took that money and bought a new fleece. I have sent them jackets with holes and broken zippers and they come back fixed within a few weeks. Phenomenal customer service. Patagonia is a great brand. I have a pullover and my husband has too. One of my husband's has been worn almost daily during the cold months as his only coat. He's had it for 5 years and it's been washed countless times and it's still in great shape. Only a slight bit of the elbow is worn, but that's it. It has a bold pattern and he literally always gets compliments on it. I like Patagonia because they are an ethical company. They care very much about their employees' well-being and give paid time off to take trips or to do other activities. They care about the environment and are careful about what materials they use. They accept most products back for repurposing, reselling to avoid the landfill. They repair anything they've made, usually for free. Also, their stuff is made very well and usually hold up great. Chewy.com. This is a place that really cares about animals. I've heard nothing but great stories about them from their customers. Their customer service is on point, and they make customers feel like they and their pets matter. They have gone above and beyond for me several times, but the most touching story is the most recent. A couple months ago I lost my dog. His name was Riker. He was a 5-year-old Siberian Husky, and he had diabetes. It was a freak accident, an infection caused by a routine neutering procedure. This dog was everything to me. He was hilarious, sweet-hearted, and happy, and never in my life did I imagine I would be losing him so soon. I was using Chewy's scheduled delivery service for 2 different kinds of prescription dog food to help regulate his diabetes. I was always afraid of a recall on his food would leave us in a pinch because he needed to eat and receive an insulin shot twice a day. If he didn't eat, I had to keep an even closer than usual eye on him to make sure he didn't fall into hypoglycemia and have a seizure. Because of this fear, I always ordered several extra cases of food so we could manage through a potential recall if need be. When my boy passed away, I had almost 12 cases of his food stocked up with nowhere for it to go, and his food was quite expensive, so that was around $350. I called Chewy and explained my situation, asking if there was any way I could return the unopened cases for a refund. The agent I spoke with told me they would refund me for those cases of food, and advised me to donate the food to a local animal shelter. They didn't ask for proof of the cases, proof that my dog had passed, or react with any skepticism at all. They told me they were sorry for my loss and that everyone at Chewy is family regardless of the loss of a pet. A week later I received a gorgeous bouquet of flowers in honor of Riker from Chewy with yet more condolences and well wishes. This effort blew me away entirely. I was in a very low place after losing my dog, and their kindness and thoughtfulness touched my heart. If you have a pet, I would strongly recommend checking out Chewy.com to see if they have what you need. JanSport Backpacks. Mine lasted almost 30 years before it finally fell apart at the seams. I remembered it had a lifetime warranty, so I shipped it into their warranty department. I expected they would throw it away and replace it with the nearest equivalent. Got it back 2 weeks later. Since there was nothing wrong with the fabric, they had resewn all the seams, and now it's like brand new again. They also sent me an information slip detailing the history of the model of backpack. MSI. I had a video card that melted my entire computer outside of the warranty period. I sent the video card in on an RMA. They asked if it did any damage to the rest of my computer. I said yes. They then requested a copy of the parts I bought as long as it's through a company they know. Fortunately I bought all my parts through Newegg. Sent them my order and they completely reimbursed me for my entire computer. I had MSI Mobo as well. Since then I always get their products. They didn't need to do that since my GPU was out of warranty. Vitamix. My cat ate my blender, yes, you read that right, and I sent it in. They not only replaced the parts the shithead destroyed, but they sharpened the blades and thoroughly cleaned the canisters. They even took it apart and fixed some inside wear and tear that naturally occurred after 7 years of use. My parents have had their Vitamix for almost 35 years. We bought refurb Vitamix 10 years ago and it is still running like new. Those things are indestructible. Refurbished does not necessarily mean repaired. Anything returned then cleaned/tested and repacked are technically refurbished. I am guessing it was the case with this item.